The Bell Witch story is a legend that originated in the United States in the 19th century, especially in Robertson County, Tennessee. This is the story of an evil spirit that plagues the Bell family, and this incident has become one of the most famous ghost stories in the United States. Part 1: Background. In the early 19th century, in rural Tennessee, lived the Bell family consisting of John Bell, his wife Lucy, and their children. They lived peacefully on a lush farm, but one night their lives became unsettling. Part 2: Initial appearances. The first strange incident occurred when the Bell family began hearing strange noises in their house. They heard sounds like footsteps on wooden floors and mysterious laughter. At first, they thought it was just an ordinary natural sound, but as the phenomenon continued and became more intense, they realized that something was not right. Part 3: Mysterious power. The sounds became more frequent and more violent. They also witness objects moving by themselves, and sometimes there is an invisible force that pulls them in different directions. At first, they try to ignore all this, but then they realize that they are dealing with something much stronger than what they can handle on their own. Part 4: Communication with spirits. The Bell family began trying to communicate with the spirits they believed were in their home. They use methods such as Ouija boards and spiritism sessions to try to talk to the spirits. However, what they encountered were scary answers and terrifying threats from a spirit who called herself the Bell Witch. Part 5: Escalating violence. As time passes, the events in the Bell family home become increasingly frightening. They began to experience physical violence, with punches and kicks that seemed to come from thin air. Their children became the main victims, and John Bell's health also began to deteriorate drastically. Part 6: Community involved. Word of the events at the Bell house spread throughout the community, and people began to gather around the house to see for themselves what was happening. However, when they saw these strange phenomena with their own eyes, many of them felt frightened and reluctant to involve themselves further. Part 7: Exorcism. The Bell family's neighbors and friends tried to help in various ways, including bringing in a priest to perform the exorcism. However, these efforts seemed to be in vain, as the spirit persisted and became even more violent. The Bell family feels increasingly isolated and hopeless in the face of this invisible threat. Part 8: Tragedy and ending. In the end, John Bell mysteriously fell ill and died quickly. These deaths are considered by many to be a direct result of the influence of these evil spirits. After John's death, the strange events in the Bell house gradually subsided, and the family was finally left in a long period of calm. Part 9: Legendary legacy. Although the events at the Bell house have ended, the legend of the Bell Witch lives on in American folklore and popular culture. Many people still believe that evil spirits still haunt the area, and scary stories about the Bell family remain part of the United States cultural heritage. Part 10: Conclusion. The legend of the Bell Witch is one of the most famous ghost stories in the United States, and has inspired numerous adaptations, including books, films, and theatrical performances. Although many are skeptical about the veracity of the story, many still believe that there is truth behind the mysterious stories about the Bell family and the evil spirits that plague them.